Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Apple report for Monday, December 11th, 2023. But before I walk you through the charts, as usual, just want to encourage you to please click like if you haven't already, subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel, share the content if you would with friends and colleagues, and check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos just like this one. Daily analysis in the SPY and the Triple Q, that is the S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 ETFs. Weekly analysis in the S&P 500 Index, the NASDAQ 100 Index, the Long Bond ETF, the TLT, as well as 2 individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube. That is 8 a month that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near-term investor. We're always looking for at least 20% moves on those stock picks, and you can check out all of this for no cost for 5 days. We offer a 5-day free trial up front with a wickedstocks.com subscription. So sign up for wickedstocks.com, check it all out. If you don't like what you see within 5 days, you can cancel your subscription at no cost to you whatsoever. Let's jump into the charts. Start with the big picture as always, work our way into the day itself. Long term, still bullish, well into 24. Holding above the mid 160s, we'll call it, 164.56 to 165.98. There's an area we closed above last May, set off a long-term buy signal that I'm still expecting up to 233.07. In the interim, we fell off that July high, retested channel support, and then about in the last test, about 6-8 weeks ago, within about 3 or 4 weeks, we rallied off of it to close above the 183.04 channel top, which is our new base of mid to longer term support, above which 233.07 is actually in reach by the middle of next year or sooner. I've been saying 3 to 5 months, and that is still a possibility. We do need to get up and over that 198.23 high that you can see here, and we'll probably test that this week based on last week's development. This has been considered a 2 to 3, 3 to 5 week objective following the settlement above 183.04, and that was a full 4 weeks ago. But look at this outside bar on the chart closing above the previous high. We dipped below the low of the high last week. We dipped below the previous week's low, and we commenced a rally to close above all that. And so this is a sign of strength. 198.23, able to contain weekly buying pressures, but I'm not looking for a long-term double top here. We may well can top out here for the week, but we could also close above this level on Friday, by Friday. And if so, I would expect this is I'm going to call this a realistic 2 to 3 month objective. If we close above 198.23, this 218.98 steeply rising channel top, which over the next, and I'm just kind of guessing here, by spring of next year, by April, May, will converge anyway with our long-term objective at 233.07. So that 218 I just showed you is nothing more than a channel structure kind of like this. And it is converging over the next 3 or 4 months with 233.07 anyway. So there's another way of saying it, that if we close above 198.23, within 3 or 4 months or sooner, we should actually reach our 233.07 objective. And I've been saying a 3 to 5 month possibility following the settlement above 183.04. If we close this week above 198.23, I hold to that 3 to 5 month reach of 233.07, where we can top out actually through all of 24. And this would be a big, big area for the market, for Apple, as we move through the rest of next year. And that is the big picture upside. You can see how close we are now to 196.45. That is the high settlement price that was put out in July. And we may actually see that today. Holding above 194.76 is our intraday support level. 194.76, I don't show it here, but if you go 3 days back, we put out a high and we fell off to close negative on the day. We sprung right back the very following day. If you look at the behavior of that day, I like that high as a bottom picking level for aggressive day traders. Not really for 3 to 5 day swing traders, but I think day traders can make use of 194.76, above which 196.45 in reach. We can top out for the day at 196.45, but I do think that And that's about it. Let me just put it that way. If we top out at 196.45, I'm expecting for the day, not the week, and we could quite easily close today above 196.45. And if we do, 198.23 likely tomorrow. Once again, able to contain weekly buying pressures, but quite possibly giving way by later in the week, and we could close above this onward and upward through Q1. Now for the downside, I've already mentioned 194.76. We do have a short-term channel bottom today at 193.70 that can contain session weakness. And from here, we can rally back to the 196.45 level. We don't have both in the same chart. Back to 196.45 within several days. So following a test of 193.70, within a day or two, we could reach that 196.45 level. This is kind of our two-sided framework for the day. Buying 193.70, selling perhaps 196.45. Be careful because of the bullish nature of this market that has been in existence for some time now. If we close below 193.70, then yes, I think you can play the short side aggressively into later week. 3 to 5 day swing traders play the short side on weakness. And that is probably the best play right now overall with Apple. You're selling on weakness, not necessarily picking a top on strength at 198.23. So we could test 198.23, and every day we'll be providing you your downward pivot points into later week. They will change a little bit every day. Right now, our downward pivot point into later week is 193.70. So if we close below 193.70, we can, by Friday's close, actually test 188.84. This is a new rising channel bottom that can contain selling through next week, possibly the balance of the year. Keep in mind that this sell-off, 3 to 5 days, is a bit counter-trend anyway because of the longer-term bullish dynamic I'm anticipating still above the low 180s. But nonetheless, closing below 193.70, I think that's a pretty decent sign of weakness into later week. It's also below likely Friday's low of 193.67, and that is the move high so far. So if we close below 193.70, that is an aggressive down pivot into later week. 188.84 becomes a 3 to 5 day target where we could bottom out through next week. If we test 188.84, you can then anticipate within 2 or 3 weeks 198.23. And only if we close below 188.84, which I don't see happening this week. But if so, then yes, our next 1 to 2 week sell-off is into the low 180s. And that is a bottom picking zone that can absorb selling through all of Q1. So I'm going to leave it at that. I don't think there's really anything else to flesh out beyond what I already have. I'll leave you with the very chart you're looking at. Please click like, share, subscribe, and check out wickedstocks.com. Lots of good stuff going on there. We offer a 5-day free trial up front so you can see everything for a good full trading week. That's all I've got. I'll be back tomorrow with Tuesday's Tesla. You have a great day.